Hey guys, All Out War 76 here again, bringing you my second video in Blood Moon Tycoon. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I feel is the most efficient way to get your rebirths up. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, there has been a recent update in this game. It's the cars update. There's a bunch of cars that you can use. You get a little underground bunker right here. You can check my previous video where I show you all the cars that you can get. But the thing about this is you need 30 rebirths to unlock the final car. And that's quite a bit of them. So I'm going to show you what I do to maximize the amount of money that I get and get the rebirths quickly. So before we start, I'm just going to show you real quick, because you're not going to be able to rebirth as quickly as I do unless you have the 2x cash game pass, which I definitely highly recommend getting. Other than that, there is another one that gives you infinite money. I highly suggest not getting it. It's going to destroy all your fun in the game. I mean, if you really want to support the developer and you don't really have much interest in replayability, then of course get it. But once you get it, it's just going to destroy your gameplay, because all you're going to do is once you start, or once you rebirth, is you're just going to click all the buttons, unlock everything, and then restart the process. There's no challenge, there's no fun in it whatsoever. So I do have the double money. It's not needed. You can definitely get to 30 fairly easily without it, but it's definitely going to help you. Also, with the last rebate, the last update, and I forgot to mention this in my previous video, is if you look where my mouse cursor is, they now give you a multiplier with rebirths, which is awesome. It kind of brings it on par with other games that have rebirths, where you get extra bonuses each time you rebirth. So even without the pass, this is going to really help you. If you didn't have the pass and you have what I have, which is 30 rebirths, you will, instead of ×4, you'll have ×3, which is a huge boost. So it's not even necessary anymore to have that game pass, but it definitely helps you, and it's definitely going to help you get your upgrades a lot quicker. Now, that being said, I do have the pass, and I do have 30 rebirths, so what you see here is going to go quite a bit faster than it's going to go for you, unless you have the same amount of rebirths or more than I do. So you can't follow everything exactly that I tell you. You're going to have to, change things to cater your playstyle and the unlocks you have. In addition to those rebirths, I went ahead and bought some things on the store, the Ruby store. Okay, first of all, I talked about this in my last video. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check that out. It's on my channel. It is a full review of the cars update. I show you all the cars. I take a spin in each of them. And I also, at the end of it, in case you haven't seen, I show you the fully upgraded yacht. But I mean, that's been out for a while. I'm sure there's other videos on it. So the Ruby shop here, pets, from the best of my understanding, they're nothing but vanity items. So unless you, want a pet walking around with you, there's really no need to get them. Once you unlock your Sky Island, I'm not sure of the exact name, you have a pet shop where you can buy pets. But under the accessories, this is what I really want to talk about. This Bulletproof Helmet. This was the biggest mistake I made in this game. It said that it would shield you from headshots, but it actually doesn't. Unless it's supposed to shield you from zombie headshots, but zombies do not have guns. I've tested this multiple times with multiple players, and they aim directly at my head, and I do die with headshots. So I don't know if it's bugged, if it's not working as intended, or if it's not supposed to block headshots, but it was 10,000 rubies. It was the very first thing I purchased, and I really wish that I didn't. As far as armor goes, I do not know. I haven't tested this, and I probably should. I don't know if armor makes a difference, but if it does, I'm definitely going to be getting this armor right here after I finish my weapons. As far as gear goes, I don't know what hammer time does, but I can tell you right now, I saw a video on Flashbang and it's completely useless. Spy drone, I mean, it might be cool to have, but 10,000 rubies, that should be one of your very last unlocks. Dynamite, I haven't seen that, but I'm sure it's pretty useless because, I mean, you're going to throw dynamite, wait for it to explode. It's going to do you no good in PvP. Maybe if you have a bunch of zombies surrounding you, it might help, but for 6,000 rubies, you have better options. Now, this one, I really want to know what it does. Cloaking Staff, it's only, I believe it's 1,000. I already bought it, but it's really cool. It turns you invisible. I showed it in the previous video, so watch that. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. But on to weapons. This is what you really want to spend your rubies on. Because only if you really plan on rebirthing. Because if you've noticed, when you rebirth, all you get is this cheesy sword, if you're following my mouse, this cheesy sword at the bottom, and the M9. Now, the M9 is decent. I've bested quite a few fully upgraded players. Not fully yacht upgraded players, but quite a few fully upgraded players with it, you know, with a little bit of strafing side to side. But, of course, we all know there's way better weapons out there. And what you do when you buy these are going to be available whenever you rebirth. It's not like you're going to have to reach a certain amount of unlocks in the game to get it. So the order I would recommend going is I would definitely recommend saving up 5k for the ray gun first. But if you're too impatient, go with the assassin pistol. The assassin pistol is a one-shot to zombies or players if you're within range. And the bad part is the range is extremely close. I mean, you have to be right up on these people in order to get a one-shot kill. Another thing about it is, if you're... I really don't want to, you know, get into this whole thing right now, but I would say probably the distance from where I am to the wall there, where you see my mouse, you'd probably have to hit a player maybe like 5 or 6 times to kill him from this range. And as you can see, it's an extremely short range in PvP. I mean, I could be off, but you kind of have to be, you see this wall right here that I'm walking up to, you have to be, I would say, probably about here or so to get the one-shot kill. But it's really nice for those bullies, you know, who have fully upgraded Tycoons, and, you know, you just rebirth or you're just new to the game, and you have no walls built yet, and they come over and they start teasing you, taking a couple of shots at you, maybe hit you once, start dancing around you. You pull out that assassin's pistol, and you're within range, you're going to one-shot that person, and they're going to feel extremely stupid for doing what they did. So it's a really nice weapon. But the reason why you should save up the 5k is the ray gun here. That is a one-shot pretty much no matter where you are. You know, not, well, no, I'm not going to go that far. It has much longer range than the assassin pistol. It's not wherever. I completely scratch that. It does have a limited range. I would probably say, let's see, maybe if I go all the way over to the end of the wall, probably to the other end of the wall, I could be off, like I said, but it's a decent range. One thing about it, it seems to have unlimited range on the boss. Like the when you get the Blood Moon, that boss, you could shoot him from across the map, but you can't do the same for regular zombies. You could shoot him from pretty far, but not too far. And that's where the Decimator comes in. And this is a sniper rifle. And I go into this in the other video, so I'm not going to, I don't want to spend too much time here. So if you really want to see it in action, go watch the previous video where I show you the cars update. It only has 2 rounds in the magazine, so that's a little bummer there, but it's a sniper rifle when you immediately start in the game. It does one-shot players, it does one-shot zombies. I haven't messed around with it to the point of where I can tell you the distance, but I have not seen a distance yet where it doesn't one-shot from if it's a headshot. Excuse me. My next goal here is going to be the law. And speaking of goals, I never added my code in for this last cars update. So let's see if that works. What is this one called? This is called My Bunker. So My Bunker. What? Why is that not working? Let's try it again. What? That's odd. Let's maybe you have to exit the store. There we go. My bunker. Redeem. Code redeem. There we go. It's 1,000 rubies for that, so I suggest you guys redeem that code if you haven't. If you're wondering where to get the codes, you can join the Lost Games group on Roblox, or you can follow the developers on Twitter. So that's a nice little boost right there. That gets me a little bit closer to that gun. Okay, so now we're going to get into this. As you can see, I have the 30 rebirths. It took me a really long time to unlock everything for the last video, but I'm going to start everything over right now. Okay guys, I'm sorry about that. I had to cut the video because I realized I didn't have my phone on me, and what I want to do is start timing the actual amount of time it takes me to get from certain points. And I'm probably going to be speeding up parts of the video so you're not completely bored. I don't want this to, drag on. I'm not confident in the amount of time that it takes. So, I'm not really aware. I don't know if it takes an hour, if it takes a half hour, an hour and a half. I'm not really sure. I kind of get sucked into the game and have no idea. And it might take a little longer, because like if you look over here, I think this guy just joined. I wasn't paying attention when I went to grab my phone, but he also has 30 rebirths. And he is the highest rebirths that I've ever seen since I started playing the game. And this guy is 12, so I don't know if they're going to be out for PvP or not. And I know the guy on top definitely has everything upgraded. And the lime green probably does too, so there's nothing I'm going to really do with the weapons that I have against them, so I might be dying constantly. But here we go. Like I said, it's not going to be as quick for you guys to do this as me, unless you have the same amount of rebirths and the double cash pass. But I'm going to show you what I feel is the most efficient way to mine in this game. So let's start. Oh, I got one button left. I saved that so I wouldn't constantly get spammed with the rebirth thing. For any of you who have rebirth, once you collect all the buttons or whatever you want to call it, each time you log into the game, you get that pop-up asking you if you want a rebirth. That one right there. So every time you log in the game, you're going to see that. So let's start that. We're going to rebirth right now. Oof. I love that sound. Okay, I'm not going to grab that because that is a little exploity right there. Sometimes you can grab that cash and get some upgrades really quickly. But what I am going to do is get this free dropper so I can start getting some cash before I start wasting time. Okay, this guy looks like he's not going to bother me, but I could be wrong. What do I need? I think I need 50 for that. So just for the guys who do decide they may start bothering me, let's equip this stuff. Let's go. Even though I said it's useless, I equip it anyway. I don't know why. I'm hoping that it somehow does something. Okay, that's enough for our first upgrade. So, what I recommend is this is all you do. You upgrade your droppers. I understand there's guns. I understand there's swords. I understand there's people killing you. But guess what? When they kill you, they get nothing. Nothing at all. You don't lose anything. They don't gain anything. So sometimes you just gotta suck it up. And remember, there's always going to be somebody better than you. And you may eventually get better than them. So, just keep upgrading these. Take your deaths. The only thing that PvP gets you is, you see right here where it says KOs? That's it. It gets you another number every time you kill a player. Gets you nothing more. So if you saw here, I upgraded the first 3. Now I can get another dropper for 1,500, or I can get an upgrader for 750. You definitely want to go with the upgrader first, because it's going to make everything move faster. So you get the upgrader, and then you go back to getting droppers. So every time you have the opportunity to get an upgrader, I highly recommend getting that upgrader, especially on the 3rd floor where the only options you have are to buy a dropper, and then you immediately get an upgrade option after that, or buy the next one. Just do yourself a favor and buy the upgrader. Another thing I recommend, and I'm not doing it here, is because you see how fast this money is going up. It's because of the double money game pass, as well as what I showed you before right here. Now I'm at 4.1. At the beginning I was 4.0. So I'm getting money very fast. So I don't have time to do what you should be doing, which is farming zombies, because every zombie you kill gives you another 5 rubies, and every ruby you get takes you closer to getting those upgrades for the weapons that you can use whenever you rebirth. So yeah, walls would be really nice, especially if this was a hostile server and had people trying to kill me. But you know, honestly, I just take my licks. I let them beat me. Usually, to be quite honest, it doesn't really happen all that often because I'm pretty decent at shooters, but it still happens. You know, there's always going to be somebody better than you. But you really just want to upgrade these droppers because it's going to get you the most amount of money as fast as possible. You start messing with the guns, you start messing with like the walls and stuff, you're not going to upgrade as fast because you're wasting your money. Now, if there's a blood moon, you're kind of screwed, and I don't know if one's going to happen. And in case it doesn't, I'm going to tell you a quick trick that will help you out with that. Because I'm sure you've noticed sometimes that boss that spawns just seems to target your house. And once he targets, or a Tycoon, once he targets a Tycoon, he's going to stay there. There doesn't really seem to be any sort of aggro system in this game. Like, it doesn't really seem... You know what, let me turn down this volume, because I'm sure it's going over my voice, which is pretty low. Where are we? Settings, volume. I kind of got to keep on volume a bit. So I'm going to take a little break from this, even though I'm sure I can upgrade. Oh yeah, I can definitely upgrade. Actually, let me just get that one quick. Okay, so kill the zombie. Now what you want to do is, if he's in your house, your Tycoon, the big boss, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere, and especially when you just upgraded your walls and your ceiling and you want to get up to that next floor. Oh, thanks for the warning, sir. Once you want to get up to the next floor to upgrade some more droppers, and you have a ton of money, but you can't get up there because you're going to get one-shotted, just take the one-shot, go up there, and once you come in with your shield, what you're going to want to do is run towards the next Tycoon. If this one isn't available, run towards the next one. Wherever you are, run towards the closest Tycoon you could get to. It might take you more than one try, but if you can get more than halfway between your Tycoon and the next, once you die, that boss is going to go towards the next Tycoon. And what that means is your Tycoon's going to be free, so you can go back up on your roof and upgrade. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen in this video for me to demonstrate, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Wow, look at all that money right there. So from this point, what you want to do is, once you have all the droppers, all you want to do is upgrade what you need in order to build your next area where you can get more droppers. Now, I do recommend not skipping on everything here. You're definitely going to want to get the owner door, okay, so zombies can't get in. You're going to want to buy windows and then board them up, okay, because once they're boarded, they can't get in. Regular windows, they can get through. Bar windows, I would skip for now. Once everything is upgraded and you have these upgrades, these two, you're going to want to buy conveyor walls, because I don't know if you've noticed, But once things start moving fast, they don't always hit this point here. Sometimes they slide off, and you're going to want to upgrade those conveyor walls. Now, when you do this, when you're in this point here before you did what I did upgrading the walls, if you don't have rebirths, if you don't have a game pass, you're going to want to go out and farm zombies, because there's no point in waiting for this to fill up just for you to come up here and realize I'm going to need another 50k just to buy the conveyors because no droppers are available. So you're going to want to go and farm. You're going to need 50k on the second floor, and you're going to need another 150k to get your very first dropper. So you're going to need 200k total, and plus whatever it took to get the ceiling and the walls. So that being said, don't stand there by your dropper waiting for money. Go out and farm the zombies. The zombies are going to get you those gems, which are going to get you the gun upgrades, which are going to help you for your next rebirth. And like I said, this is going much quicker because of the game passes. So like right now, I have to wait, I believe it's another like 250k or so. But it's going so quick that it's worth it for me to stay here. It's not going to be worth it for most of you people watching to stay here. There is going to come a point where I am going to go out and farm, because it's going to be a waste of time for me to just sit here when I could be earning rubies. But that is one thing you want to remember. I don't have enough for an upgrade, but you want to get the droppers. Now on this floor, you get 1, 2, 3, and that'll be 4 right there. And then for 1 million, you're going to get a upgrader here. Once you get those, you might want to buy the walls, and I forgot what it's called, like a drop case or something like that, and then go out and farm, because it's going to take quite a bit of money to buy the second floor walls. You're going to have to upgrade them. You're going to have to buy a roof, which I think is $1 million or something like that, and you're going to have to buy a staircase. And then after that staircase, you're on the third floor, where the very first dropper is going to be 1.5 million, and then 3 million to upgrade that. So think about it. Remember, just standing here in front of this or waiting for money, unless you have quite a few rebirths under your belt or game passes, isn't going to do you any good. You're just wasting time. You're eventually going to have to farm some crystals, unless you like constantly dying. And so there's the floor upgrade. You got the conveyor walls, and then the drop case is 300. So from this point here, I'm going to need, I don't remember exactly, but this is 200k. I think it's 400k to upgrade. I'm pretty sure it's $1 million for the walls, and I don't remember what it is for the staircase. So unless I have like 2 million waiting for me, which I shouldn't. Oh wow, I do. That is the point right now where you'd want to go out and farm zombies. Well, let's see. This might be enough to do everything. Upgrade. Third floor is $1 million. And oh, did I step on that? Oh, I just wasted money. By the staircase, and then from here, like I said, I'm going to show you the first one. I believe is 1 million or 1.5. Yeah, we got 1.5 for the dropper, and it's going to be another 3 million for the upgrade. On this floor, every dropper you buy has a separate upgrade for it, and I recommend going in that order. Once you buy this, you will have the option to buy the next dropper, which is 5 million, but it's going to take much longer to save 5 million than 3. So go with the upgrader. It's going to make everything faster. And we have enough just for the dropper, not for the upgrade. But hopefully by the time we get back down, there'll be enough. Okay. So now we have enough for the upgrader. And I'm quite confident, no matter what, when I come back down, I shouldn't have enough for the next dropper, which is 5 million. I might, but I seriously doubt it. No, I don't. I'm halfway there. So this is the perfect opportunity for me. Like I said, it's going to happen. Pretty much no matter how fast you go, this is where you want to, another point where you want to farm your zombies. You want to get those coins up. You want to get as many upgrades as possible, so each rebirth becomes easier and easier for you. And there's going to come a point where I'm waiting an extremely long time for upgrades. You know, and that's with this 4.1 bonus here. So there is definitely a lot of waiting to do. You know, there's no problem if you're safe. And once you have the first floor done and you have this door right here that nobody can get through, if you need to go AFK, go. These type of games encourage you to go AFK. I'm sure the developers don't want you to, but I mean, well, what are you going to do? Sit around for like an hour waiting for enough money to do something? If you stand right here, it's really almost impossible for people to hit you. You know, if you're standing here, they might be able to, if they're up on your roof, might be able to angle some shots, but I recommend just like hanging out back here and you're going to be safe. You can stay AFK for a while. So now we have enough for some more upgrades here. And I mean, you get some cool stuff that I'm passing up. I know you're passing up on your weapons. You're passing up on your swords. If you're on a PvP heavy server, then you might want to upgrade the swords. I don't recommend upgrading the weapons. You're not going to get anything that's really that great on the first floor. Upgrade your swords, you know, because if somebody is harassing you, they come close range, some of those swords, you know, will port you right into them and kill them. Sometimes they one-shot. So I'd recommend, you know, upgrading the swords first. Not, you don't have to get the very last sword, but, you know, just get something that's going to help you defend yourself if absolutely necessary. But try and skip as much as possible. If you absolutely need a gun, go for the Desert Eagle, which will be the first unlock. But I think the swords are better unless, you know, if PvP is your thing, go ahead, upgrade your weapons, but it's going to take you much longer. The point of this video is to try and give you the most efficient way to get your rebirths. And you'll see, like right now, all of this, 20k, 20k, all this is petty because look at the money I'm making right now. I can upgrade it easily, and I'm actually going to do that very soon. So now I got the 7.5 mil. The next one's going to be 10 million. That was the upgrade to this one, which originally cost 5 mil. So now we got the light dropper, which is 10 mil. And then the upgrade to that's going to be 15. And then the next one here is going to cost 20 mil for the dropper. And the upgrade is going to cost 25 million. So my priority are getting these done as quickly as possible. And then you let the money roll in. Now, if you happen to have 10 rebirths, and you don't know this already, there are an additional 4 droppers on your yacht. There are 2 near the bar area, and they both cost 40 million each. And there are 2 downstairs, right near where your arsenal would be, and they cost 80 million each. So you're definitely going to want to upgrade those as well. You're going to see that I don't even get any type of like, I don't get the guns up top, which are the best until you get the yacht arsenal. I just upgrade the stuff, the really cheap stuff at the bottom. So let's see, 16. I can't remember, where are we at? We're at 10 million for that next dropper, so we have enough. So we'll go grab that. The next one's 15 million, and I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near that. No, I'm not. So I have 5 million to go, so I'm going to go farm a couple more zombies. And this is definitely what you want to do. I can't stress this enough. You definitely want those rubies. Okay, we'll go see if we have enough. I'm not sure if we will. Yes, that's enough. Okay, so we got 2 more dropper upgrades go. We got the dropper itself and the upgrade. So that's going to be a total of 45 million. I only have 2.6, so this one is actually going to take a while. So now I can go a little further with my farming. But most watching this will probably have to farm quite a bit more time than I'm farming right now. And that's okay. Eventually you will get there. You'll see each time you do it. Like when I started this, there was no multiplier. Like that 4.1 you see at the bottom, I got up to 20 rebirths with no multiplier, but I did have the Game Pass, which was double. So it was much quicker than not having it, but it was still a grind. It took quite some time. Am I being shot at? Oh, here we go. There you go. That's the ray gun. It's a one shot from a decent distance. And I'm sure that gentleman learned his lesson, but probably not. Is he shooting at me? I don't know if he realizes this, but I could snipe him right now if I wanted to. Let's go check on that money real quick. What do we need, 20 million? Well, we got 30. It's enough for another dropper. Okay, so after this 25 million upgrader, it's actually going to be quite a while before he can get another dropper. For most of you, that 25 million is going to be the last dropper you can get. So from that point on, you're going to want to start upgrading whatever you can. I would recommend starting at the lowest point because everything is cheap. You're going to be able to upgrade them faster and work your way up. Unlock everything on the base, go to your little floating island, you get your toy store and you get your pet store. I would recommend upgrading things in the toy store first. The pets are just for vanity. The best thing in the toy store you can get, in my opinion, is the coil, the jetpack or whatever it's called. I think it's kind of useless. But yeah, once I get this, I'm going to need to upgrade. I'm going to need to buy the walls, upgrade the walls, buy another floor, buy the staircase, and even after that, I'm going to need another 40 million just to get the first dropper. So this is the point right here. After I get that 25 million is where I have to do some massive farming, even with this bonus. And this is going to be one of the longest points for you guys in the game from this point on. Especially, you know, once you get up to the roof and weapons are like, what are they, like 25, 30, 35K, something like that. I mean, not K, million. So yeah, as you can see right now, I have all 4 of the droppers. Everything is upgraded. And for anybody without any rebirths, or only a few rebirths, because I don't remember how long it takes to upgrade the first dropper on the yacht. This is the most you're going to be able to earn in game. So from this point on, you know, you can go check right here and then take a look and see how fast money's going up. Try and gauge where you're going. But you're going to need a large amount of money to get anywhere from this point. Yeah, so unless you reload twice, the decimator only holds 1 round. It's not the most convenient thing in the world, but it's extremely powerful. So it's definitely worth the investment. Ooh. I wasn't able to hold my breath there, so there we go. And there's a little delay after reloading to when you can actually shoot. I'm not sure if that's by design or not. But it's nothing major. Oh, there goes that guy again. Oof. I love the way their body just explodes when they die. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really look like it's going to be much of an issue for me at this point, but like I said in the beginning of the video, if you happen to come across the blood moon and you don't have any protection, or you need to get up to your next floor, what you want to do is just, you know, go out, take the death, and run with your shield towards the nearest Tycoon. Now, if you're in this situation, it's going to be kind of rough. Well, not anymore, but if you were in this situation where it's empty, you have a really long way to run. But if you get a nice start, you can actually make it pretty far without having to worry about dying before your shield runs out. Oh, I missed. Oh, that's him. I shot the wrong guy. Good thing I missed him. That's a little troublemaker right there. Where is he? Anyway, I'm not going to have enough. Like I said, this is kind of a waste of time, and you can see right now I have 86 million. It seems like a lot, but I'm going to go here after I upgrade everything. Oh wait, no, I will have enough. I think, maybe? Oh, I just have enough by 3 million. You saw how much I had. It takes that much. I'm 3 million over for me to actually get the first dropper on the yacht. And this is where you'll find it. Go up the stairs. You're going to have to unlock the juice bar rooms. Okay, so that's the answer right there. 3 rebirths. I don't know if it's just 3 rebirths. It should be, because it's showing money. The bar itself is 4, so you should be able to, at 3 rebirths, unlock the droppers. And if you watch for a second, you'll see, there we go, it dropped. So I'm gonna need another 40 million before I come back and get that one. And then after that, I'm gonna need 80 million each for the last droppers. Instead of running down there, especially if you have the speed buff, it's much quicker to just, you know, jump down and go back in. So at 34 million, we're close to our next upgrade. Oh, I love it. All right, we got enough for our next. And yeah, I don't pick on people, but people who shoot at me first, I will troll them until they leave. Unless they say they're sorry or something. So there we go. That's the 2 droppers there. And we're going to have to wait on 80 million, so this may take a while. But while we're at it, since we're waiting for such a large sum of money and small upgrades aren't going to matter, at this point, if you feel like it, you can start upgrading this stuff down here. Now you get some light in here so you can see. Electrify your walls. Unlock your swords. This you could have done at the beginning. It doesn't cost anything, as long as you have a rebirth. But I'm just going to unlock all this stuff because the last one is 500k, I believe. And 500,000's nothing when you're waiting for 80 million. Like I said, you know, It all depends on where you are in the game. You might really need the swords. I would recommend stopping at the 200k sword right here. Can't remember the name, but I think even the second sword gives you that little dash. Let's see. Does it? No, it doesn't. Why did I think it was this one? Maybe it's the third one? Let's try that. Yeah, it's the third. So I just forgot what it costs. Maybe it's like 100k or so, but you might want to just stop there because that's really the only sword you're going to need if you're just trying to defend yourself. If you're going out to farm players, then yeah, of course you're going to have to upgrade, but like I said, you're going to be wasting a lot of time. So now that we have 80 million, we're going to go back up and we're going to get that next dropper. And then from that point, all we need is another 80 million. And it's your choice there from what you're going to upgrade, because all you have left to do is get the rest of the buttons. So in order to get to the last two droppers, you're going to have to unlock the security floor, which takes 5 rebirths. To do that, you're down here, and you have your server droppers, 2 of them. So we'll get the first one right here, and we'll wait for the drop. Okay, and then in here, I explained this in my last video, you have your arsenal here. You're going to unlock 3 weapons here, 1 weapon there, and you're going to get extra ammo and extended magazine size, and here is going to be a shield generator which puts a big shield around your yacht so other players can't get in. And if you haven't watched the other video, I highly recommend, if you're going to unlock these weapons, even though this is only 100 million and this is 250 million, which is a lot, get the generator first. If you don't and you buy this AK-47, any player can hop into your yacht and take the AK-47. So you're not going to have any advantage over that other player because they're going to have the same weapon that you do. So you might as well shield it up so they can't get in. So let's go back and see how much we have. I doubt it's 80 million, but we'll see. It's going to be moving really fast now. Wow, 97 million. Okay, it was that fast. But yeah, these are going to be the points where you're going to be doing a lot of zombie farming out there. So just keep that in mind. I do have the double game pass and 31 rebirths. So it's a huge advantage when it comes to the amount of money you make. Okay, so wait for that to drop just so you see it. And that is it. From this point on, there are no more droppers until, if the developer decides to add any more. But right now, this is the maximum amount of money you could make. And from this point here, you can go ahead and unlock things in your yacht if you want to do some PvP. If you don't, there's really no point in unlocking anything if you plan on doing another rebirth. But from this point on, I highly recommend just upgrading your Tycoon, finishing, and going for that next rebirth. So we have the first floor done. We're going to go up to the second. And from this point, you might want to unlock the things you think might be the best for you. This armor I have not tested. I don't know if it gives you an advantage or not. Hats are going to do absolutely nothing for you, but if you want to get them, get them. Neither is any of this stuff. So from here, the next things that are going to give you advantages are your upgrades. Health, definitely one of the most important. So yeah, you're going to want to get that. Speed is, I believe, the second most important. The 25 speed is a little too fast for certain things, especially being on the yacht. 10 speed is really nice, but since I'm not going to be upgrading my yacht, I'm going to take the full. And then from there, jump upgrades, not really that important. I could have skipped those. And then you're going to want to get your decent weapons. So 15k for the armory itself. And then you start off with the HAMR or hammer, whatever you want to call it. And you can also get an AWP, which is a sniper rifle, whatever you prefer. I already have the decimator So even though I think these are better, I don't really need it. I'd rather have a machine gun at this point. So that will be the first that I will upgrade. And we have enough to get maybe all of them. I don't know. Let's see. That's 2. That's 3. That is 4. So that's all of them. Then after that, I'm going to do the towers, because the towers are really nice, especially if you run into a blood moon, or if you have an annoying player that you can't beat because he outgears you. You could snipe him from up there. So this is not enough to upgrade them all, but at this point I'm gaining money so fast that I could just go up, upgrade them, come back down, and upgrade the rest. Oh, I did have enough to upgrade them all. Wow. So yeah, from this point, you have your Paradise Island, which is your private island. And you have the pet shop, and you have the toy store. But before I upgrade that, since the coil is the only thing that's worth anything up there in my opinion, I'm just going to try and get this rebirth done. So I'm going to upgrade the cheaper stuff first, get that out of the way, and then worry about upstairs. So let's get all this done. Okay, so that is the entire floor. The island itself is 50 million. I don't have enough, so let's go get some more money. Now that we got that, that's going to be enough for us to unlock the... Oh wait, I forgot this floor. I was going to say that would have been enough for us to unlock the island as well as unlock both stores. But that's not the case anymore. I needed 80 million for that. But this is fully upgraded. Okay, so that is all done. Let's go back and get some more money. Hopefully we'll get 80 million, which we got a little bit more. So we will go up here. As you can see, everything is upgraded up here except for buying the island itself. You'll go there. Unlock these and start buying some toys. Okay. Now from this point on, I would highly recommend farming. You're going to be waiting a really long time. I can't remember the prices on everything. I'm thinking maybe 55 million and like 45 million are the prices of the last toy and pet, somewhere in that vicinity, maybe 45. I don't remember, but without a bunch of rebirths under your belt and without that double game pass, it's going to take a very long time. I can't pick up this money for some reason. There we go. This is definitely not enough to unlock everything. But I'm going to go up there anyway. So, yeah, the last one's 55 million. Let's go farm a bit more. And I can't believe it. I actually cut this video earlier to grab my phone to time this, and I completely forgot to do it. But I guess it doesn't matter because I have not paused it yet. I thought I was going to have to, but I guess you can see where I actually start the rebirth and time it from there, because I'm not adjusting this video in any way, shape, or form, except for when I stopped to go get my phone. And that was before I rebirthed. So yeah, this is not going to be enough as well, but it's going to get me quite a few upgrades, get me close to finishing. Actually, let me unequip this. When you unequip, you can see your buttons easier. So we have 5 left. So that's 1, and there are 4 pets. So we are almost done here. 1, 2, we need 30 million, and I think that's like 40 or 45, and then we're done. So what did I need? I needed 30 million, I believe, and like another 40. So just gonna wait down here for a second or two. Okay, this should be enough right here. Okay, and there you have it, folks. That, in my opinion, is the most efficient way to rebirth in this game. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit longer depending on the amount of rebirths you already have and the game passes you have. But as you can see, if you choose to upgrade the droppers and ignore everything else until you absolutely have to, it's going to be much faster for you. Of course, you're going to be much weaker, and players will take advantage of you, but that's nothing that the Ruby shop can't help you with. You know, if you need a shortcut, you can buy rubies with Robux. It's quite expensive. But if you have that option, you know, you might as well go for it. Like I said, the ray gun is really the first thing you should be shooting for. If you're completely impatient, go with the assassin pistol, but I don't even use it anymore. You have to be at such an extreme range, and unless you have, where is this thing, the cloaking staff to go with it, it's going to be really difficult to get any kills with it. So yeah, you're going to want to go with the ray gun, and I highly recommend getting the decimator next. Personally, for me, my next goal when I hit 7,500 will be the law, and then I will get the spaz 12, but I really want to see what this is. I don't know if it's a grenade launcher. It kind of looks like one, so I'm assuming that's what it is. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, droppers first until you have to upgrade something else. The only things you are forced to upgrade will be your walls and the staircase gets in the next floor. But I highly recommend getting a door on the bottom and boarding up your windows so zombies can't get in and other players can't get in. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next.